Hey, X-Center here. This video I'm going to tell you my thoughts on tattoos and if Christians should have them. In the Bible, in Leviticus, it talks about no put any cuts on your body or put any marks or tattoos on you. A lot of people use this one verse to say, oh, you're not supposed to have tattoos or anything. If you read the previous chapters before this, this is God talking to this Jewish people, telling them not to do the same things that the Egyptians were doing because they were his people, and he wanted them set apart um, to be different than what the Egyptians were when they come out of Egypt, when Moses was leading them out. That's why he specifically was telling them not to do the same things as the Egyptians. He wanted them to be different. It also talks about do not make different kinds of animals. Do not plant a field with two different kinds of plants. It talks about not wearing clothes with different types of fabric woven in between them. So if you're looking at this one verse, then you need to look at these other verses too and live your life like that if that's how you're going to live it. Not just take out one verse out of the Bible and say, okay, this is the way it is, but yet ignore the other verses. But you got to realize that this was God talking to the Jewish people at that time, telling them not to be like the Egyptians. I don't believe that it's pertinent to now because it doesn't mean of what you should be doing with your life now. It was what the Jewish people should do, what they should be doing then when they come out of Egypt, if that makes sense. That kind of goes along with the same thing now. Christians need to live their lives different than what the world's living, not to conform to the ways of the world and to do the things that the world's doing. They need to go out and live their lives different to make you different than what everybody else in the world is, because God has set us apart to be different from what the world is. I'm going to show you why I don't think it matters if you have tattoos or not, that God's not going to condemn you for it. And this is my interpretation of what else the Bible reads. Those first verses in Leviticus, like I said, those I think was for the Jewish people then and not for now. And this may set some people free and make you think differently on how you read the Bible and how you interpret certain things on it. When I was going through this and searching this out a little bit, I was reading on this, and it really just opened my mind up a little bit on how you read some of the Bible. You need to not read one verse and take it to heart and go just boom with that one verse. You need to read all the verses around it and see why that one verse was said, if it was a story or how we can put it into our lives now. Some of the other verses complement this verse that you may be stuck on. So read all of it just to make sure that you're doing what you believe you need to be doing. Before I get into this, please like and comment and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed to it. I do have an affiliate link now with Amazon. If you buy anything off Amazon, you can click on this link, go to it, and anything you purchase, it helps out the channel. I'll get a little bit of percentage from Amazon, not from you. I don't see who bought what you buy or anything. All it is, it's based on sales, and anything that goes through that link, my affiliate link, and somebody makes a purchase through that link, Amazon gives me a percentage of that dollar amount. So if you want to help out the channel, please go through that and use that link. It'll be down in the description. Okay. If you believe that in Leviticus, what it says, you can't do tattoos or cuts on your body and all that, that's pertinent for today, how can Jesus save a person and bring them back from sin now? What does he do when he saves somebody or when somebody gets saved? He cleanses the body. He cleansed the inside man. He cleansed your soul. and then you're clean and you can go to heaven if you accept Jesus. Um, with that being said, it has nothing to do with the outside of your body. If you're saying that if you've got tattoos and stuff, you can never be saved, if you're looking at it like that. But that's not how it says the inside man. God saves the soul. And yes, you are the temple for the Holy Spirit, but I don't believe the outside body is what he's referring to as the temple. It's the inside soul of the man. Let me see here. In Luke, I'll link all the verses that I've got. I'll put all them in the description so you know where I'm reading this from. In Luke 11, let's see. Jesus had finished speaking. A Pharisee had invited him in to eat with him. So he went in to the table. But the Pharisee was surprised when he noticed that Jesus did not wash before the meal. So he just went in, dirty hands or whatever, and just started eating. And the Lord said to him, "Now then, you Pharisees clean the outside of the cup and dish, but inside you are full of greed and wickedness." Has nothing to do with the outside. So he's referring to the inside. Why do your disciples break the tradition of the elders? They don't wash their hands before they eat. So he's referring to, again, on the outside. Man is thinking, oh, you're dirty on the outside, so you're dirty on the inside. But Jesus looks at the heart on what's on the inside. And he says, what goes into someone's mouth does not defile them. So if you've got dirty hands or whatever. But what comes out of your mouth is what defiles you. Your thoughts, things that you maybe watch on TV, activities you do, and it goes into the mind, things you think about. That's why it says renew your mind daily by reading the Word. Keep good things coming into your mind, into your body. Think on these things, good things. It's the inside of the man that God is looking at. It's what you put on the inside is what matters. Not if you've got tattoos or whatever on the outside. It's what's in the heart. And I believe that if you have tattoos or have marks on your body, you can still be saved. And I think you can be saved and continually get tattoos on you. But you also need to keep in mind that in today's society, that a lot of people judge you by how you look, regardless, even if you're not supposed to judge. I mean, I know it's human nature. If you see somebody coming up to you and trying to talk to you or whatever, if they've got face tattoos all over them and look really weird looking, you're probably not going to want to talk to them, regardless of what their heart is, because you can't see their heart anyway, so you don't even know what their heart is on the inside. So you may not be receiving a word from God from them because of what they look like. So if you're putting tattoos on you all over the place, then you've got to remember that when you go out and try to reach people for Christ, that they may not receive you because of how you look. And whether you think that's right or not, that's human nature. You judge by what people look like and not by what's in the heart. So I think you can still get tattoos and be fine, but just keep in mind that people will judge you by that. So if it keeps somebody from possibly coming to God because you're all covered in tattoos, then maybe you need to go to a different crowd and try to reach a different crowd. Somebody that's more into tattoos and things like that. But I don't believe that it's against God's will for you to have them. I just believe that you need to make sure that if you do get them, that you're knowing what you get, might say wholesome, or nothing that's going to be like a demonic figure that's going to be on your body forever. Something that's not going to be anything that's against God or against Jesus, and making sure that you put them probably in a place that's not going to be stupid, maybe like on your face. Just keep in mind that the crowd that you go to may judge you on the way you look. So if you get tattoos and you're trying to reach people for Christ, keep that in mind and on what you get and where you get them. But I believe that you can get them, and I don't think God's going to condemn you for it. Okay, that's my thoughts on tattoos. That's how I believe the Bible reads on it. If you feel differently, please post in the comments. Tell me what you think and why you think that. And I mean, if you got Bible verses, back them up with Bible verses, and we can open a discussion on it. This is just how I feel about the subject. So until next time, remember to strive to be the person your dog already thinks you are.